Good morning students. Today we are going to study part 8 of your class 12th commerce, and the topic which we are going to discuss is factors affecting capital structure. Before we directly go to the heart of the topic, we must know what are the long term funds and what are the short term funds. Long term funds are those funds which are called owned funds and borrowed funds. Owned funds means share capital and retained earnings. And next is borrowed funds means debentures and long term loans. So here we are going to study capital structure. Capital structure means the composition or makeup of the amount of long term funds, means how we are managing long term funds, means in which ratio the long term funds are being used, means that there are two types of long term funds. One is owned, another is borrowed, means how much there will be owned funds and how much there will be borrowed funds. This ratio is called capital structures. So while deciding the capital structure of any company, there are few factors which are to be considered. First is trading on equity, which is also called financial leverage. Second, exercise of control. Third, cost of financing. Fourth, need of investors. Fifth, cash flow positions. Not only these five factors, there are several other factors which are also to be considered while deciding the capital structure of any company, like nature of business of any company. If a company is having small business, then there might be another type of capital structure. If a company is having big business, then the capital structure will be different. Period and purpose of financing, capital market conditions, statutory requirements, need of flexibility, and these are the factors which are affecting the capital structure of any company. But today, first we are going to discuss trading on equity. Now, what trading on equity is? When a company uses borrowed funds in a regular conduct of business along with the equity capital, it is called trading on equity. Now it is depending upon the company that how it is dividing these funds. So here we are going to discuss this trading on equity topic in detail with the help of an example. That suppose a company is using rupees 1 crore for its business. 1 crore rupees is being required by any company for its business. So there are two options. One can be for company A and another can be for company B. Suppose company A is arranging rupees 30 lakhs from debentures and 10 lakhs from preference shares and remaining 60 lakhs from equity share capital. And company B is using rupees 10 lakhs from debentures and remaining 90 lakhs from equity share capital. And the rate of interest on debenture is 12% and rate of dividend on preference share is 14%. So how will it be calculated? It can be calculated in this way, that company A will have to pay interest on rupees 10 lakh debentures, rupees 1 lakh 20,000. and company B will have to pay rupees 3,60,000. And after paying the tax, the company will have remaining earning. Both the companies are earning rupees 20 lakhs as their profit. So after paying this rupees 1,20,000, the company will have rupees 8,80,000. Sorry, it should be 18,80,000, and it should be 16,40,000. Now the tax will be paid 50%. This company will have rupees 9,40,000 as profit after tax, and this company will have to pay again 50%, means 8,20,000, and the remaining amount would be 8,20,000. Since company A is not issuing any preference shares, so it will not have to pay any dividend to the preference shares, but the company B is issuing preference shares also. Suppose 10 lakhs preference shares have been used and 14% is to be paid, then 14% of 10 lakh means 1,40,000 will be paid by the company. Now remaining amount would be 8,20,000 minus 1,40,000, means it would be 6,80,000. So here these are the figures by which a company can decide that how the trading on equity is to be done. So here this topic ends. In our next topic we will be discussing remaining factors of capital structure. Till then, thank you. Goodbye.